Kamu tukar? Tuan?
Ya, jangan tunggu.
Tidak boleh
No, if you want, we just put
yang
drink.
keluar tu macam mana?
They won't know.
Nanti si Akmal menarik dengan.
Why are we in this room? Why? Kenapa kita dalam bilik ini? Tan Sri, can help?
Sebenarnya saya mau tanya kau, pasal apa kita berkumpul di sini dalam suasana apa ini yang ada sekarang ini? Saya terfikir bahwa kita di negeri Sabah ini perlu lebih kerap berjumpa untuk mengeratkan tali silaturahim dan perhubungan di antara kita semua. Bila kita dapat pulang seperti ini, betul-betul saya gembira lah.
I'll be honest, I feel that I'm here in this room today because there's a very important election that's about to take off. It has brought to the fore very important issues related to the formation of Malaysia and how we can contribute towards making this nation the great nation that our founding fathers wanted. And I think the time for soul searching in this thing has come about.
I think why we're here is to try and make sense of what is going on out there. Ramai orang keliru. Sebenarnya senang aja, ini pilihan rakyat. Rakyat akan menentukan dengan cara mereka sendiri dan ini adalah demokrasi. Kita duduk di sini kerana kita masih satu hati untuk menghadapi cabaran-cabaran kita. Perjuangan kita itu adalah satu saja, menuntut hak-hak kita dan juga memajukan Sabah, justice for Sabah, Sabah for Sabahan, Sabah first.
I feel very privileged. We have two former chief ministers of Sabah and one chief justice. Okay, and now we also have the president of a political parties here with APCO, with STAR, and myself being a Pemangku president of PBS. This is an open forum here, and it's good for us to visit. Kita ini, we are all leaders for the community. Kita perlu berbincang hala tuju keseluruhan dia.
So, your suggestion is we undi Star, PBS atau Pupko?
Mana saja
Asal ni tiga lang.
asalnya tiga.
Okay.
Saya ini the only one mungkin yang bukan ahli politik. Peristiwa seperti ini ya adalah bersejarah bagi pendapat saya. So I'm hoping inilah betul satu sejarah ataupun medical historical event. I just hope they can voice out on our behalf. So we have to jaga, we have to leave a legacy for our younger generation.
Thanks, Tun. We get a view dari young leader ni baru 40 tahun. Dato' Iwan?
Ya, dengan penuh rasa hormat dan rendah diri, saya sangat berbangga dan teruja dapat duduk bersama dengan pemimpin-pemimpin rakyat Sabah yang duduk bersama-sama di satu meja pada hari ini. Kita masih boleh duduk semeja walaupun kita berada dalam kempen pilihan raya, dan ini sesuatu yang pada saya satu berkat. Persaingan kita dalam pilihan raya ini tidak harus menenggelamkan matlamat itu. Sabah first, Sabah Persabahan, Justice for Sabah. Sebab itu saya bersetuju dengan saudara Datuk Dr. Jeffrey. Undilah APCO kalau rakyat Sabah merasakan APCO lebih baik dan boleh memimpin. Kalau rakyat Sabah memikirkan PBS boleh memimpin dengan lebih baik, pilih calon daripada PBS. Kalau kita merasakan STAR itu harus diangkat menjadi pemimpin di kawasan itu, beri sokongan kepada STAR. Pada akhirnya persaingan ini tidak harus menenggelamkan matlamat utama kita. Mudah-mudahan rakyat Sabah memberi restu kepada siapapun pemimpin yang duduk semeja pada hari ini.
I ask the two president lah, since you offered yang the best party yang pengundi-undi, I ask Dr. Joachim dulu. What's your view on this?
I agree with Dr. Iwan. May the best party wins. However, bila kita mau pilih dalam pilihan raya ini, apa target kita? Target is still to form a government. And we have to form a government who is actually doing a great job for Sabah. Mesti pilih kerajaan yang sudah ada formula, ada kerajaan sudah yang bekerja selama 5 tahun, asal GRS. We have been doing that. So PBS says kita akan ikut parti GRS sebab formula sudah ada. Kita sudah ada success story yang telah dilaksanakan oleh kerajaan GRS, termasuk juga APCO was also with the government at that time. Tapi bila datang election, you all choose to go independently, termasuk juga STAR. This is our rakan partner. We did all the success story with STAR, with APCO. Bila kita ada pilihan seperti ini, dia go separate ways, tidak apa. But the point is, bila kita memilih satu kerajaan, kita kena pilih satu kerajaan yang betul-betul mengurus negeri Sabah sampai pengurusan yang terbaik, hasil yang baik, kita ada tingkatkan kesejahteraan kepada rakyat kita sendiri. But end of the day, it is the rakyat yang akan pilih. Tugas kita sebagai pemimpin ialah untuk memberitahu kepada rakyat, this should be the halat tuju yang kita perlu ubah. Kamu perlu sokong mana satu kerajaan yang terbaik.
I think pilihan raya yang ada sekarang ini adalah pilihan raya yang mungkin boleh dikatakan the mother of all election. Kita di dalam satu persimpangan yang penting di mana kita kena pilih sama ada kita mau terus kehilangan kuasa politik kita atau kita mau ambil balik kuasa-kuasa kita supaya kita boleh menguruskan negeri kita dan kita ada suara yang lebih lantang seperti mana Sarawak dan kita boleh mempunyai kekuatan untuk memastikan kita dapat menuntut dengan jayanya apa yang seharusnya dituntut oleh kita. Sebab kita sudah di Malaysia 62 tahun. Masih lagi berbincang tentang hak-hak atau perjanjian Malaysia. Masih lagi ada pertelingkahan dan resistant lah untuk melaksanakan apa yang sepatutnya kita punya dalam perlembagaan pun. Jadi kalau ini berterusan dan kita terus bergantung kepada Kuala Lumpur, kita terus dikuasai oleh parti-parti daripada seberang, sudah tentunya kita akan berjalan mungkin 62 tahun lagi sehingga kita dapat melaksanakan perjanjian Malaysia. Dan ini tidak seharusnya berlaku. Sebab itu kali ini rakyat Sabah kena buat satu keputusan yang kita katakan pilihan raya ini boleh dijadikan sebagai referendum. This is a referendum for Sabah whether you want to continue ataupun we change. Sama ada mau 40% atau tidak mau. Sama ada mau dijajah atau mau merdeka. Begitu. Jadi it is a simple comparison. Rakyat kita sekarang ini harus buat keputusan yang tegas, memilih kerajaan yang berasaskan parti-parti tempatan. Dan saya harap antara inilah ni parti itulah yang kita pilih untuk memastikan perjuangan kita berterusan dan kita boleh berjaya menubuhkan kerajaan yang dikuasai oleh parti-parti tempatan supaya kita boleh menentukan halat tuju kita sendiri, tidak lagi bergantung kepada Kuala Lumpur untuk kita punya peruntukan pembangunan umpamanya. Selama ini kita bergantung dari segi kewangan sebab kita belum dapat kita punya hasil dalam perjanjian Malaysia 40%. Jadi tiap kali kita mau buat pembangunan, selesaikan air, selesaikan listrik, mau pergi Kuala Lumpur. Jadi kali ini untuk kita selesaikan ini, kita harus bersatu untuk menuntut hak 40% umpamanya. Dan kita tidak boleh buat itu kalau kerajaan Sabah diorang juga. Dia orang berunding antara dia orang. Dan ini tidak akan selesai. So we have to have our own government here, purely Sabah government, local parties, local leaders yang akan terus bersuara satu suara dengan rakyat di belakangnya untuk memastikan kita dapat hak-hak kita. Dan number one hak yang kita harus tuntut sekarang ini adalah hak hasil 40%. Sebab bukan sedikit ini, bukan alang-alang. Sekurang-kurangnya 20 bilion satu tahun. So bayangkanlah apa yang kita boleh buat untuk memajukan Sabah. Menyelesaikan masalah air, infrastruktur, listrik. Juga kita punya kampung-kampung yang masih lagi mundur. 8 daripada 10 daerah yang termiskin di Malaysia adalah di Sabah. And then Sabah adalah digelarkan sebagai yang negeri yang termiskin. Yang tidak masuk akal sebab kita ini kaya. Kaya dari segi sumber, kaya dari segi potensi, kaya daripada hasil pun yang kita selama ini dinafikan. Tidak ada masa yang sesuai selain daripada pilihan raya ini kali. Sebab itu pilihan raya ini adalah pilihan raya yang terpenting, the mother of all election. Mesti pilih parti-parti tempatan, local party.
Ya.
Dan antara ini pilih yang terbaik. Dan saya mau lihat selepas ini di tubuh kerajaan Sabah yang semua kita duduk di sana sebagai pemimpin kerajaan baru.
Malaysia telah ditumbuhkan 62 tahun yang lepas. Kerajaan Sabah telah mengalami begitu banyak pengalaman. Dan setiap pengalaman itu harus menjadi iktibar dan teladan untuk kita menubuhkan kerajaan Sabah yang baru ini melalui pilihan raya ini. Saya setuju dan seperti mana saya selalu nyatakan di dalam ucapan saya dan pendirian saya bahwa pilihan raya Sabah kali ini 2025 ini harus menjadi referendum kepada masa depan rakyat Sabah. Referendum itu adalah untuk menubuhkan kerajaan Sabah 100% parti-parti tempatan. Sebab itu kita mahu rakyat memilih yang terbaik di kalangan parti-parti tempatan. Ini satu persaingan yang baik, yang positif. Yang penting kita-kita sahaja dalam pemerintahan kerajaan Sabah. Dan persaingan ini tidak harus menjadi sebab kepada perpecahan. Sebaliknya sesuatu yang positif yang kita kena sampaikan kepada rakyat Sabah. Pilih dulu di kalangan parti-parti tempatan ini. Saya percaya kerajaan Sabah yang akan ditubuhkan itu, yang terdiri daripada parti-parti tempatan itu, boleh berdiri atas kaki sendiri. Masa depan Sabah mesti diputuskan di Sabah. Hak Sabah mesti diperjuangkan bermula daripada Sabah. Tidak perlu lagi terperangkap dengan penerangan-penerangan yang orang bilang membuyuk rakyat Sabah. Itu sebab kita mesti memulahkan ini melalui pilihan raya Sabah 2025 ini. Untuk menubuhkan kerajaan Sabah 100% original Sabahan punya parti. Dan sebab itu kita berada di sini menyampaikan message kepada rakyat Sabah.
Bila kita local party and you say original Sabahan, siapa yang original Sabahan nih? If you look at kita ini semua original KDM.
Lagu lah.
Kita KDM, we are original here. But you have to remember yang bukan kita saja ini. Kita ada saudara daripada Bajau Sama, kita ada saudara daripada kaum Suluk, kaum Bugis pun ada sudah jadi orang Sabahan. And are you going to say they are not original Sabahan?
Saya mengatakan original Sabahan itu adalah parti tempatan Sabah 100%. So I leave it to the public to interpret my statement. Pada saya yang penting ibu pejabat parti itu haruslah di Sabah. Itu yang sebab saya katakan apa-apa keputusan kerajaan Sabah, dasarnya alat tujuannya mesti diputuskan di Sabah oleh parti-parti tempatan Sabah ini.
Termasuk tenaga gabungan rakyat Sabah. Terus kita
Ya.
kita punya ibu pejabat di Sabah juga.
Ya. Semua parti di sini keluar dia punya office di HQ dia di
Kota
Sabah,
Kinabalu.
Pinang Pinang lah kan. So technically semua parti kita lah.
Ini semua parti original Sabahan
Okay,
lain.
sudah kok. Sudahlah. Sudah apa so? qualify sudah semua kan? Okay.
Yeah. As a non-politician, yeah,
Non-politician.
I feel like mungkin we need another session of this so that we can iron out more things. But anyway, Dr. Jeffrey said it's a mother of all election. To me, kalau saya tengok next election, we will not be, with all due respect, tak lagi penting. We will just be the extras. I'm being very negative maybe, but let's face reality. 1967, we were 50-50 plus Chinese wall. 1985,
85.
we were lucky. Got it hit, but same thing. Formula was still there. What happened next? We end up with what? 25? So are we going to be relevant the next election if we don't build ourselves as a block? Unite ourselves as a block. As I say again, I'm not being a racist, but just being practical. We have to take care of your community. If Sarawak can do it, why can't we? And Sarawak are all local parties.
Ada satu
Yeah,
JP.
yeah, but 97%, I think, of the government is controlled by local party, and they call the shot. What's so difficult to do that for Sabahan?
If I may just
Yeah, go ahead,
interject
please.
there.
Yeah.
But there's a little bit of historical background that has led to Sarawak being more forceful on the issues of Sarawakian business participation in all spheres of human activities in the Sarawak context. Sabah is a little bit behind because of the historical background. When Malaysia was formed, you had two chief ministers, Sabah, Sarawak. Chief Minister then was Donald Stevens, Stephen Kalong Ningkan. Both chief ministers were deposed. In the case of Sabah, the replacement was Tun Mustafa. In the case of Sarawak, it was
Tawisli.
no,
Rahman.
Rawan
No, but in between was Tawisli.
Yeah.
Ahmed Yaakob.
Yaakob was it?
Yaakob first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tidak,
Yeah.
Tawisli. Then only Rahman Yaakob.
Okay, never mind. But you see, the main actor was Orman Yaakob eventually. Sabah was governed by Tun Mustafa, who in fact required a lot of advice. And incoming, you know who? Syed Gilcik or Kuala Lumpur, and he did his best. The constitution changed, opportunities for other people also change. But in Sarawak, they've managed to see it. They managed to see the concerns of the communities there, and the Dayak, the Malays, the Melanau, everybody started to work together. Political parties got into Sabah, and until today, they maintain the influence because they've been so long here, entrenched. So in Sarawak, they don't have it. So it's a big thing for us to look at. And saya ingat saya merasakan bahwa mungkin kita perlulah bekerjasama dengan lain tu untuk mendapatkan satu situasi di mana orang Sabah semua dapat bekerjasama supaya apa yang boleh kembalikan kepada arah yang seperti yang telah dimaktub dalam perlembagaan negara. Jadi semua ini adalah hadapan kita, dan pada pilihan raya ini memang sudah nasi menjadi bubur lah sekarang ini. Yeah. So we have all different parties, majority members in various parties, but we have to face the reality. We have maturity, and we have the DNA of wanting to see things the way we should have seen it. I think I would call it the epiphany. What has happened? The epiphany has happened, and then first let us flesh this out. So during the election, I think the maximum cooperation must prevail. I mean, there's still a time, and like in the American system, primary, somebody will drop out, and then we can decide who should go up. Can you imagine if you get 10 seats, for example, we definitely drop out, and you're left one from each party, perhaps? Won't that be best? there is always hope in the things that we're doing. One door closed, another door open. We must believe that it is possible. Otherwise, you can't. I mean, if you surrender to the enormity of the situation, I think it will never work. But I think the best way is for us to see what exactly you can do along the way and see best way to minimize the problems and maximize the good results that we want to come.
When you talk about Sarawak, maybe they are a bit more privileged in the sense that before Malaysia, the Brooks government was really intact, and they did a very good administration compared to the governors in Sabah. My personal view is that if you look at the education system in Sarawak, during independence, there are a lot more educated people in Sarawak compared to Sabah, especially with our first chief minister. Their rank and file is just a clerk, and they went up to become the chief minister. So maybe in all of this, education does play a role. Dan sekarang pun kita lihat juga di mana ada education yang lebih bagus sedikit, even di interior part Sabah, di pendalaman. Bila education kita meningkat, the quality of life also improve slightly. But of course, as long as the infra is not there, kalau tu jalan-jalan masih lagi tiada, it's difficult for us to rise up in terms of economic.
The future is what you have to focus on, because the future belongs to you all, the present generation and the future generation, especially the young generation who are forced to become voters at the age of 18. Now, in any election, there's always this period of campaigning, and that is where you are supposed to explain to the people the situation, the scenario, what we are all concerned about, particularly the future, the sovereignty of the state. And this period of explanation always takes time, because the people are not so very sophisticated in their understanding of the rules and regulations, the politics of the country. And now, on the issue of what is at stake for us in the future, it is correct that, as you all have spoken, on the view that we must take into account the other citizens of the state, because we have other groups who are here and are citizens and voters. Now, this is very important, and that is why when PBS was formed, PBS was a multiracial party. It has already taken into account the demography of the citizenship of this place. Of course, we always have rules and regulations, pertaining to immigration, and therefore there are groups who are called PTI, who don't have documents because they come here illegally. Now, this is a separate group. What we are talking about, those who are already citizens of Sabah. They are multiracial. Now, you cannot do away without having this in mind. Therefore, we have to take them into consideration. Of course, every community is very concerned about their own future. And that's why we have groups, we have persatuan, of under every other community group. But that is fair enough, because they are, voicing and interacting with one another within their own community to help one another move forward, just like our KDCA and other cultural associations that we have. Now, in every leader's mind to develop our people in education, our state in infrastructure, etc., etc. That is the responsibility of any government, okay? We must not miss the forest for the woods. And what I'm saying here is that we have to examine the situation we are in. We are in a situation where we have put from the frying pan into the fire, from the British into Malaya. Malaya is the one actually controlling us. We don't have even our own army. Therefore, we are in this situation, and they continue to control us. With this control, we have been weakened. Actually, we have been fighting for our rights to come back and etc., autonomous rule and all that, but we have not really gone very far. Of course, Sarawak has been able to move forward against a lot of their rights, but only now the 40% issue has been brought to court, and the court has favored the right interpretation. Now, this has not made the federal government happy, and they have issued a statement to say, no, we are not going to appeal against the 40%, right? But on the other issues. To me, this is a camouflage. This is a main silap mata punya, to delay and to make us disillusioned. And that is why, in our own interpretation, we say we are right. Affected our friend here who, left the cabinet in the federal government. In facing the future through this election that's coming, that is why it is important for us to be able to talk on what should be done. I am very happy to hear that you all have acknowledged the fact that we must all be working together, and not only as one in the community, but as one in the country, in the state of Sabah. That is why when we want to explain to our people on the ground, we must also tell them of the situation and what to expect if we don't do the right thing in this coming election. Because this coming election, as you know, if you just study the flags, the symbols, you can see red. And who's red? PH, yeah? Federal government, Madani. Now, they want to continue to control us. And that's bad. Why are we quarreling among ourselves? That's the point that we have to focus on. We should be working together with the other friends in Sabah, especially the young generation. Now, the young generation, the voters, are they not interested in making sure that the future of Sabah, their home, is safe? They must look at that and make sure that they vote for the future of Sabah. Sabah for Sabahan, protect Sabah. We put a lot of meaning into it. Referendum, apa semua solution for the future, apa semua ini. Kalau kita tidak dapat kontrol, apa macam kita boleh kasih pegang itu steering wheel, mau kasih tentukan itu ala 7. Lain orang pegang itu steering wheel. Mulai kita punya pemimpin pun sudah cakap rumah kita jaga. Masih dia pun ada cakap jangan biarkan lain orang kontrol sama kita. Semua itu ngam. Jadi apalagi kita mau buat, kita mesti tentukan. Pertama, Semenanjung Political Party tiada tempat di sini. Kedua, di antara kita ini kita pastikan kita bentuk satu kerajaan yang betul-betul bersatu, memihak kepada masa depan negeri. Jadi kalau tidak, kemana kita ini? Sudah pun kita tahu, kalau kita berpecah, kita akan dikontrol. dengan senang. Macam itu Papet kata. Apabila kita sudah faham semua ini, kita mesti bersatulah, bergabung, kerjasama, pegang tangan. Bukan untuk apa? Untuk masa depan, untuk Sabah. Ini, jadi mesti mau apa
Pegang
itu
tangan, berbahu.
bersatu dalam usaha kita. Siapa bilang kalau ada berkaitan dengan isu sama ada di antara negeri sama kerajaan persekutuan harus ada kaitan yang baik. Kalau kita dalam apa itu satu federation yang betul-betul genuine, memang kita buat begitu. Dan selama ini pun kita buat begitu. Hanya bila dasar bertentangan dengan kita di sini, kita melawanlah. Bukan melawan pasal apa, melawan dalam demokrasi. Alah, saya betul-betul berharaplah bahwa mulai daripada meja bulat ini, kita sama-sama betul-betul memahami kerana kita bertujuan yang baik untuk semua ini. Tetapi kita kena disalahguna ataupun digunakan oleh pihak sebelah semenanjung ini untuk diorang punya kepentingan. Saya dah baca itu the last governor of Sarawak made a statement. Dia bilang sebelum dia balik, dia bilang yang sebetul ini Malaya sama Singapura, dia bilang awal sudah earmark Sabah Sarawak punya resources, exploitation. Not talking about development of the people in terms of education, etc., etc. No, dia bilang dia orang sudah kita punya resources. Pembentukan itu bukan genuine. Kalau dia genuine, segala-gala pun sudah baik, perfect. Masuk dalam perlembagaan pun tidak dipertikaikan. Sekarang apa macam bila lagi kita mau bangkit ini? Jadi kita mau kasih faham kepada pengundi-pengundi muda ini supaya diorang betul-betul faham dan memihak kepada masa depan kedaulatan negeri Sabah, rumah diorang, rumah kita. Jadi inilah harapan saya lah.
Selama 30 tahun pada sekarang ya, we have to look back now. What advance have we made kita punya rumpun ini, so 30 years. If we move on, kalau tidak ada kebaikan, improvement, then we may have to reset and look at re-strategize for the community. Datuk dah cakap, rural areas, jalan raya pun tak buat. 62 years, so we have to reset mungkin. Dan that's one. Two, mungkin tu you may have to organize satu lagi pula supaya ada yang kaum muda di sini, the youth.
Dan ada apa tu yang kuat sikit.
Ya, ada kaum muda because we don't have youth. All here is over 60. So, sorry. Except for him. But if we can have 25 and below
Boleh.
45, we just nice. Bukan kan? Listen to their views, bang.
Boleh
Kita ini sudah yang ada umur sikit, we cannot dominate the young, bang. The world is theirs, bang. Bukan kita punya.
We are coming to a very important part of a discussion which will be good for an ordinary discussion in an ordinary time so that we can think clearly what is the way direction forward. Unfortunately for us, the big elephant in the room is there, and how to go about it. You see, so I think that is I think really the reason why we are getting it together. The rest that we want to do, of course, these are the things that we want to talk about. What we are discussing today are very, very important, of course, and that would be the basis on which to build upon the future. You're laying out how strong you are, what are the parameters of cooperation and all this. So, tinggal lagi untuk membuat mungkin garis panduan kepada apa yang akan membawa kejayaan kepada negeri Sabah ini. Sabah is multiracial, but just like Malaya, they are also actually multiracial, but there's a big amount of care taken to ensure that the native communities are in fact prospering too alongside all the others, and they're taking steps to see that they are handicapping system for them to go on, right? So, but this is for discussion. What I see today is that the reason why people in the rural areas in Sabah are not doing well in business, for example, is the DNA. To succeed in business, you need to have it planted in your head, in your heart, that you want to succeed. It's almost like religion. You know, you're committed to it. I'm repeating all this all the time in the work that I'm doing, to see that when people are committed, they will succeed. You know the Chinese, okay? The Chinese New Year come, apart from all the ang paos they're given. Before that, they pay their debts, they collect their money. After that, they go to the temple and ask, what would be my success in the year ahead? And the temple will say, okay, you need to change the window in your house. So you're going to start thinking about it and do it, okay? And he will probably be satisfied, go to the next temple. Now, the moral of this little story is this, that the Chinese community, it is inside them, the will to succeed and all this, and so it's part of their culture, part of their body system. This is what I think should be inculcated. For this program, I think the future, immediate future for us to look at would be this and education. Number one, I think it's education. For any community, so the Sabahans have to get very good education. And then only you can also become good entrepreneurs. So once it is together, I think this is one step. And this is only one aspect of the solution, I think. But for purpose of discussion today, we are already going to the realms of what possible fruits can be harvested from the cooperation of all these three-party presidents, right? So it's on us now to dig deep into their head, into their hearts, what's the best way forward, starting with how we conduct ourselves in this election.
Okay.
That is all I have, I think, there.
Okay. We go for the last word. Kasih 2 minutes boleh bukan each one?
Okay. Sebagai Presiden APCO, pada hari ini saya menyambut baik observation, pandangan dan saranan yang telah diberikan oleh the three wise men kita dalam roundtable discussion ini. Guan Sio, Tan Sri Pairin, Tan Sri Bernard, Tun Richard. Keberkatan dan kejayaan yang lebih besar itu bermula dengan langkah awal. Dan langkah awal kita bermula di roundtable discussion ini. 3 parti boleh duduk bersama dengan the three wise men untuk merencanakan apa yang terbaik untuk rakyat Sabah dan masa depan Sabah. Ada peribahasa Inggris mengatakan all roads lead to Rome. Apapun perjalanan kita, matlamat kita tetap sama, yaitu menubuhkan kerajaan yang didukung oleh parti-parti kita ini, kita-kita lah ini, yang sepatutnya menubuhkan kerajaan Sabah.
Hasrat saya ataupun satu harapan saya ialah pada malam 29 November selepas pengundian dan selepas pengiraan undi dan sekiranya satu kerajaan akan ditubuh, adalah harapan saya besar di mana adanya blok untuk bekerjasama dengan parti yang lokal membentukkan kerajaan negeri Sabah. Itulah hasrat, harapan saya, ada yang harap berlaku pada malam 29 ataupun 30 November. 62 tahun lah, terlalu lama lah. We have been too long forgotten. As Sri Pairin said just now, too long. Untuk masa depan, kita punya generasi muda, kita masih tolong mereka tahu. If we don't do our job, they will find it very difficult. Itu harapan saya, Dato'. Terima kasih.
Pertama sekali saya ucapkan terima kasihlah
atas peluang yang ada untuk kita berbincang. Sebelum ini pun sebenarnya kita ada berjumpa juga, ini 3 presiden parti ini, untuk membincang ala tuju kita dan sebagainya. Tapi we were caught with the election lah. Election lebih cepat daripada yang dijangkakan dan kita tidak dapat melaksanakan yang sepatutnya. Walau bagaimanapun sekarang kita dalam keadaan yang seolah-olah kita ini berlawan antara sesama. Inilah yang harus kita kikis. Memberitahu kepada rakyat kita di sana, we are not fighting against each other. It just so happened that we have the organization, the party already existed. We have to go by that. Kalau boleh satu hari nanti saya tengok ni komunis sistem lagi bagus lah. Dia senang aja mau urus. Tetapi now we are here, kita kena buat yang terbaik untuk moving forward nah. So to move forward from here, we need to make sure that kita punya rakyat di luar sana faham. Faham apa? Faham kita punya matlamat nombor 1. Matlamat nombor 1 adalah ambil balik kuasa kita. We have to take back the political power first. That is the basic thing. Once we have the political power in the hands of the local party, they form the government, Sabah government, then we can move forward into other areas, economic, kita punya infrastructure, whatever, because we need to develop the state. We are far behind what we want to do with Sabah. How do we want to develop Sabah? And how do we talk and negotiate and pursue our and implement our rights under the Federal Constitution, the Malaysia Agreement. So the rakyat must say Sabah is ours, the government of Sabah is ours, this vote is ours, Sabah for Sabahan, justice for Sabah, rumah kita jaga tapi kunci kita masuk poket. Jangan kasih orang lain. And that is the way I think we should move forward lah.
Amen.
Kalau saya nampak dalam forum kita ini, especially with the two incoming president, hopefully lah, and also the 3 wise men. The issues or the topic that we are looking at, actually, one is local party. We are comparing ourselves with Sarawak. Kebanyakan kita yang bertanding ini pun actually local party. Kita buatkan satu gabungan ini. To me, because I am with the gabungan GRS, we use the gabungan. In fact, Star pun was also previously with the gabungan. Kita membuat gabungan ini, kita mengatakan kita broaden our base. It doesn't mean that siapa yang lead, who is not leading, but we broaden our base so that we will be in charge of Sabah. These are all local party. PGRS, Star, PBS. We even include parties yang belum ada wakil rakyat because they are also locally based. They have yang tidak menentang dengan kerajaan lah waktu itu.
Tapi PS mengambil banyak kursi bah.
Okay, belakang kira. But we are local parties, and that's why I said we want to be dominant.
Minus DAP, minus PKR, minus UMNO, minus...
Malaysia, whatever is country, we still have the constitution that forms a country called Malaysia. I'm not sure, I'm not a lawyer, tapi mungkin Tun can elaborate more on that one. No matter what, no matter, we are a democratically formed nation. Siapapun boleh bertanding. Even an outsider pun boleh bertanding. The point is, the rakyat must choose, and the rakyat must choose wisely. We as the president, we as the party base, we had to convince the rakyat that we should pilih kami yang parti-parti tempatan.
Very short one. In medical terms, kalau badan sakit, kau analisa itu penyakit, kau mesti mau ubat. Kalau ada yang keperluan mau buang, buang. Badan sakit kita ini di Sabah badan sakit. Saya bilang sama PMX, kaulah ubat, tolong ubat masalah Sabah. Tapi dia diam-diam. Dia tidak jawab.
Bagus ikut nasihat Justin Stimol. Persoalan ini terukai.
Okay, thank you from the three presidents, and then thank you from the three wise men. I really learned a lot today, and thank you very much for the roundtable discussion.
Thank you. Cheers.
Kita sambung lagi bila ada apa. Cheers dulu.
After 29.
Ya, ada lagi.
Ini mau yang buat sedikit.
Okay, sakit ya. One more.
Oh, one more. Sama juga.
One, two, three. One more. One, two, three.